You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. The SOS Children's Village in Veng Province is one of many SOS Children's villages in Cambodia that raises orphans and abandoned children and children facing inappropriate care. The new village in Veng covers a total area of more than 10,000 square meters and was officially inaugurated on Thursday morning under the presidency of Prime Minister Hun Sen. EAC News reporter Deka Nin has more.
Speaking at the inauguration ceremony of the SOS Children's Village in Village 1, Kampong Lit District, Veng City, Veng Province, the Minister of Social Affairs, Veng said that this is the 7th SOS Children's Village to be built in Cambodia since 1999. The villages are located in the provinces of Phnom Penh, Siem Reap, Bat Nombong, Ratnakiri, Klacheh, Kampot, and now Veng as well. He confirmed that the construction of this village began on the 5th of December 2018 and was completed on the 7th of February 2020 at a cost of more than 1.5 million US dollars. The village began receiving children on the 25th of March 2020, with 27 children currently living under the care of 5 mothers and 10 staff. Minister Veng added, after Cambodia's liberation on the 7th of January 1979, the Cambodian people were saved, revived, and have seen development in all areas until today under the wise leadership of the Prime Minister. In this regard, the field of child welfare is considered one of the main priority areas, which has allowed Cambodia to achieve many of the main Millennium Development Goals related to the 4 basic rights of children, all of which SOS Children Villages International has also contributed to. Since 1999, SOS Children's Village International has built 7 children's villages in Cambodia and provided employment opportunities for a total of 345 people as managers, staff, mothers, and childcare teachers. The organization has also provided services to a total of 755 children and youth living in the villages and provided study opportunities to 1,496 students. The president of SOS Children's Villages International, Dr. Darehe Vodova, also spoke at the inauguration ceremony and said that the installment of a new children's village in Veng Province is a testament to the long-standing partnership between the royal government of Cambodia and SOS Children's Villages over the past 2 decades. He extended his thanks to the royal government of Cambodia for allowing SOS Children's Villages to be involved in helping Cambodian children since peace was first restored in the country in the 1990s. Addressing the Prime Minister and the crowd, the organization president said, "Trusting relationships will help them become resilient in face of life challenges. You understand that resilient children mean a stronger nation. SOS Children Villages as a federation is thankful to you for inviting SOS Children Villages to the Kingdom of Cambodia immediately after restoring peace in the late 90s and entrusting us to work with your government, communities, and children." He also called on the government to further improve policy measures and increase the national budget to reduce situations that pose a risk to the children and consider introducing family-based care in the national care policy and establishing a social safety net around the family to protect children from poverty, violence, and various hardships. He further added that mental health must also be an essential element of the program. Prime Minister Hun Sen then delivered his speech and recalled the history of the SOS Children Villages in Cambodia since the organization began operating in 1999. He thanked the Minister of Interior, Deputy Prime Minister Saw Keng, for providing the land for the organization to build the new village in Veng, and thanked the SOS Children's Villages organization for its long-term continued help to Cambodia. Especially since after the war ended in the country, Cambodia became one of the countries in the world with the highest number of orphans, which was a huge burden for the government to address alone. The Prime Minister said, "We are also proud that our children have received education and training from the orphanages. Children living in the SOS Children Villages can get more education than children staying at home." The SOS Children's Village in Veng has a total of 9 buildings, including an office, an arts building, 4 family houses, a village director and staff house, a nutrition house, and a vocational training building. SOS Children Villages plans to establish an 8th village in Tabong Khmung Province in the near future. Dekanin, EAC News.